Hey, some guy sent me an email about you, Artie, that, like, he said that in high school, you and some chick went to a bank and pretended to rob it.
Yeah.
Is that true?
That's true. I got arrested for attempted bank robbery. Me and my girlfriend at the time. And
I thought this was a goof.
No. This was like...
You were a mess.
Yeah, a bit of a mess. I think I might have told this on the air.
Yeah.
Early on, when I first came on the show, I think I told...
Yeah, I didn't think I believed this. This is what the guy wrote. You and your girlfriend...
Right.
Thought it would be funny to go up to a bank teller and hand him a note?
I did. My girlfriend was in the bank, and she had an account at the bank. We were like 17. I didn't even...
Right.
And on the back, my girlfriend was doing her business with another teller, and one of the other tellers was this chick who was kind of cute, and I was like looking at her, and to like flirt with her, I wrote on the back of a deposit slip a fake hold-up note, thinking she'd think it was funny.
What'd you write?
I wrote, I have a gun.
Fake? What's fake about that?
I wrote, I have a gun, put $50,000 into a bag. I remember it verbatim because a judge read it back to me 85 times in a courtroom. Put $50,000 into a bag, turn around, count to 1,000, act casual.
Holy mackerel.
And then I signed my name, Artie Lange.
Right.
And I figured when she saw that, she'd think it was a joke. So I go up to her, I hand it to her. She turns like white.
So you handed this to...
A bank teller, a chick. So,
Did you put your hand in your pocket or anything?
No, I was just like, smiling when I gave it to her, you know? So she reads...
What a douche.
So she reads the first line, I have a gun, and she just turns as pale as a human being could ever turn.
Oh, my God.
And she starts to go give me money. Now, what I don't realize is she stepped on the silent alarm.
Right.
And when I see her giving me money, I go, oh, I'm sorry. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. And she's like trembling. And I go, listen, sweetheart, it's a joke. I'm sorry. I grabbed the note, I crumpled it up, and I threw it in a garbage can.
Yeah.
My girlfriend had no idea what was going on. So she goes, what happened? I go, oh, nothing, forget it. So we get in her car. She drives me, we get in her car, she drives me back to my place. Now I'm in my backyard.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Right, well, that's what they called her. So,
was it in the paper and everything?
Oh, God, yeah. I'll bring in the article.
Oh, you have to.
So we, little do we know, we just missed an entire, like, barrage.
SWAT team.
SWAT team. Because it says armed robbery, you know?
Right.
And we just missed with her mother's car. We drive away. She goes shopping. An hour later, I'm in my backyard playing wiffle ball with my buddies. And the phone rings in the garage, and I pick it up, and it's my girlfriend's sister, who's this really, like, loud Italian. Yeah. She's, like, screaming at me. She goes, Artie, what did you do? The cops are at our house. They're talking to our mother. Where is Sue? You know, are drugs involved with this? She's screaming at me, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I finally figure it out. I got to go to the house. We have to surrender to the cops. They handcuff me and my girlfriend.
Man, do you know how to make an impression?
What were you, like a senior in high school?
Yeah, I was like 17. So,
well, no wonder like your parents just like didn't know what to do with you.
My girlfriend's father was this Italian guy right off the boat who I thought might have been like even a little connected or something. He was like looking at me like, he goes, when you rob a bank, you don't take my daughter. I'm like, you know, I didn't try to rob a bank.
Yeah, like a dude.
They arrested us, and I explained that she had nothing to do with it. They let her off, and I spent the night in jail. And I begged them. I got the attempted bank robbery charge down to, like, just a misdemeanor.
How'd you do that? I mean, did you get a lawyer?
I told them it was only a joke, yeah. Right. And I had to do...
Can you imagine if you were like a black kid? They would have thrown you in jail for 20 years. Dude, that would have been the end of you.
Well, I had to go to court with my grandfather. And, man...
Why your grandfather?
Because my old man fell in the meantime. Oh. And was in the hospital.
Now we know why. Son's an armed robber.
So he's like sitting in the hospital with my father. My mother's crazy. I got to go to court for attempted bank robbery with my grandfather and a lawyer.
Oh, my God.
The judge has the note. He goes,
did you get suspended from school?
I had to go to... I didn't graduate. I had to go to summer school.
All right.
That was another comment.
You were tied up.
Yeah, it was because of your jail sentence.
The judge has the note, and now it's juvenile court. And as a matter of fact, there's all black kids in the court, like, laughing at me because the judge is going, Mr. Lange, let me read you something. You're the author of this. I have a gun. Put $50,000 into a bag. Turn around, count to 1,000. And just embarrassed me and gave me like 50 hours community service.
What'd you have to do for community service?
I had to go to the courthouse in Union County in Jersey and clean up like White Castle wrappers for like 2 weeks. And all my buddies knew where I was, so I'm cleaning up garbage on the front lawn of the courthouse. They would drive by and throw like McDonald's at me.
Meanwhile, you must have been like the coolest guy because you like did armed robbery.
Well, what happened was I thought everything was cool. I thought like my girlfriend's father's not mad because she had nothing to do with it. A week later, in the local paper, big headline, front page, it says, bank robbery. It was only a joke. Tell the whole story. I was only 17. They couldn't use my name. My girlfriend was 18.
Oh.
She's the only name they mentioned.
Oh.
It said, driving the getaway car. It said her name. Oh.
Did she break up with you afterward?
Yeah, she ended up.
Yeah, she'd had it with you.
She went to college.
She didn't see a future with you.
No, she didn't see any sort of future.
She gave up bank robbing.
She's very nice.
What's she doing now?
She's a sweetheart. She's married with a few kids.
So maybe she's in the Symbionese Liberation Army.
Nah, she's really cool. We're still friendly. I hardly ever see her, but she's, you know.
Cool.
She got over it. I got the article. Should I bring the article in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to try to dig it up.
Son of a bitch.
What in the world? I can't even imagine doing that. Why would you do that?
Because I was just
Because he's insane.
I was a goof.
How many times have you been arrested? Because you were arrested for coke. That was pretty serious. They must have looked on your record and seen that you'd done armed robbery.
Well, I was 17 when that happened, so
right.
That's what I was arrested for. That's not what the charge
Yeah, but they see you were arrested for armed robbery, and then they catch you on coke. And...
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
Yeah.
I've been arrested in my life, including bar fights and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
A total of maybe like 10 times.
Oh,
Wow.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Everybody stand up.
Problems. Shenanigans.
but I haven't been arrested in like 8 years.
Yeah, that's
good
good.
for you.
Way to go.
He's reformed. The system is working.
I'm always like thinking like you're normal, and you're not.
I am now. I was a little nuts when I was younger.
Yeah.
I calmed down.
That's cool. Give me $50,000. I have a gun. Where's the joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, my joke writing skills weren't perfected yet.
I'm working with Henry Hill.
No wonder you relate.
Yeah.
Come here,
I'm a little fascinated, Artie, so if you don't mind, okay, so there's the coke arrest, there's the bank robbery arrest, and just tell me what the other 8 for. Were they all bar fights? Because I'm curious what else.
Counting, there's 2 DUIs.
I knew there was more to it.
And there was a bar. I got into a fight.
When were the DUIs?
The last one was in '93.
So does your mom get called every time you get a DUI?
I was actually driving. White Castle's always involved. I was driving to White Castle.
Because it was so important. Even though you were drunk, it was very important to get to White Castle.
Yeah, it was in this little town in Jersey, and I spent the night in jail. My mother had to come pick me up for that one. That was
Poor mother.
That was brutal.
Yeah. Did she yell at you? Or...
Oh, God, like in front of the cops and like screaming out, like, what are you doing? Like hit me in the back of the head.
And at that time, you were like 25 years old, right?
I was 24, probably.
And what are some of the other arrests?
One other time, I got into an enormous food fight at a Burger King. And I threw like a Whopper with cheese at this kid, and it stuck to his face, and he had all that like crap on his face, and he came at me, and I started fighting him, and we went over the counter, and
oh my goodness,
that was on the Parkway in Bloomfield.
In Burger King.
In Burger King.
Oh, wow.
And then so they arrested us for state troopers arrested us for that because it was on the Garden State Parkway. And the other time was a bar fight, a bouncer stop sign. You know what that is?
No.
You were trying to get in, and he just put his arm out?
No. I was
That's
in the,
a clothesline.
I was in the bar.
Oh, that's a Roman soldier helmet.
I was in the bar, and a guy we started yelling at each other, and I threw a beer at this guy, and we started fighting. These 2 bouncers grabbed me and took me outside. And the one grabbed me. A stop sign is when they grab you on both sides of your hair and smash your nose into their knee.
Oh.
So that's what this guy did. He just like, bam, he hit me, and my nose like exploded, and it was all bloody and everything. And thank God my buddy Danny was a cop. He came out. They were going to arrest me, and he showed his badge, and they didn't arrest me. And he took me to the hospital, and I passed out in the emergency room, and I don't remember any of it. They stitched up my nose and stuff. And the funny thing about that was the next day, I had a job as a waiter at the time at this Mexican, at this Mexican restaurant in Hoboken, and my sister got me the job, and I had to work lunch the next day. So it's like, and I go, Stace, I'm blowing off work. She goes, you can't. I got you this job. They're going to fire me. You know, it was like my second day of work. I was going to blow it off. So at 11 a.m., I go into work lunch after that happened. They patch up my nose. I'm taking an order for lunch from this, like, yuppie couple.
Right.
And the woman looks up at me to ask a question, and she just starts screaming. And I don't know what